What up, y'all? Conscious One coming at you. So, some of y'all been anticipating this. I know I have. We're going to get into Bobby Hemmitt. It's going to be a Bobby Hemmitt narration, Clones, Part 6. Y'all know I do what I do. Other than that, everything's going good, guys. Still on my vegan diet. I'm telling y'all, when you go on your vegan diet and you start detoxing all this junk out of you, guys, I'm telling you true, your five senses heighten. And your sixth sense and beyond heightens also. Give you an example. If I walk inside of a place, restaurant, and I've detoxed all this stuff out of my body, and I walk, let's say I walk inside of a pizza shop. Guys, it's almost as if I can smell like, I don't know, like dead flesh. Like I literally smell the sweat on people's bodies as they devour and gorge on their blood foods. And it's disgusting. I just started noticing this recently. Now, I haven't had meat for about a month now. I just know that I go inside of a restaurant and it's like I'm smelling, it smells terrible, guys. Like it smells so bad, I don't even want to be inside the place for too long. So I had to tell myself, I said, man, you know what? I think my senses is heightened. When you go no wheat, no milk, I called it the 666 diet. When you go no wheat, no milk, and no meat, all the inflammation start leaving your body. Your face starts getting thinner. Your eyes get all bugged out real big. Your senses heighten. You feel more in tuned. You know, and you keep the spell work off your ass too. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this narration, guys. Bobby Hemmitt talking about the Clones Part 6, and let's do this. We're gonna pick off from what he talked about dude stripping naked at Wrigley Field, claiming he's Allah. Wait a minute now, what's going on? Oh man, now y'all know they gotta send me an order. So this is what they do. Nah, we're gonna skip that. Y'all know what they do. They try to send me an order as soon as I'm about to make a video. That's what they do. I'm not even in the zone. Not even in the zone, y'all. So forget that.
All the people that he was stripped naked in Wrigley Field and let the white man take a shot at him just to show that he's all out. And people follow this fool. See what I'm saying? Now, what happens is based on the ego, what happens is a lot of people, they can't take the knowledge and also the power that goes with knowledge, so therefore they start going a little crazy, you see. So, there again, everybody's looking for a Messiah. And if you're looking for a Messiah, you'll get a Messiah, you see. And see, basically, most of these particular people, if they, like I said, if they the Messiah, you say, well, hey, so anybody come to you and tell you the Messiah, you say, okay, well, look, I got this gun. Let's see, I'm going to shoot you. You say, well, we'll give you the Messiah test. Let's see, I'm going to put the gun and put it to your brains, and if you outlive that, I'll follow your ass. You see? So, that. Now, some things that you got to understand that is in the last days, you got to understand that the government is now doing some of the worst things because the government has studied the people, and the government understands that the people are emotionally crazy. They know that, I mean, black and white, there's all these problems. So the people need therapy. So the government are now...
Guys, you know, y'all know I listen to Joseph Chappellone, and, you know, as well as I listen to different people on YouTube. And since this separation of the wheat and tares process has been activated, you really get the sense of, like Joseph Chappellone said, you're going to become aware of who you like and who you don't like, who you want to be around, who you don't want to be around. We empaths that's been dealing with these narcissists our entire life, we're sick of these motherfuckers. I mean, we're like, and I can feel the energy, you know, across the planet. And then from the people I listen to on YouTube, we're sick of these motherfuckers. It's such, you gotta understand, guys, like, to be the person that I am, annoying, Like, what I envision in my head, like, I'm a king. Like, I'm supposed to be living like royal. Okay? I'm not supposed to be down here with all these scalawags and carpetbaggers and peasants kicking up dust and getting into mud fights and stuff. Like, I don't have, that's not in me. And the fact that I have to be down here and slinging mud with these goddamn pigs, these tares, slinging mud on the ground, rolling around. I mean, it's like, you get to the point, I don't care if I am anointed. You be telling God, look, man, you gotta end this soon, because I can't take this no more. I come from honor and respect. I don't come from being in the mud and slinging mud and throwing dirt on people's name and slandering and a lot. That's stuff that peasants do. I'm not no peasant. This is why, well, I mean, I have been separated, and a lot of separation I've had to do myself. But man, when it's like, you be asking God every day, man, when you gonna take us? Let us leave. We get up on out of here, man. See, I think I know what happens, man. They let these entities out of the pit for 1,000 years to see if they can advance. Chosen ones, we paying off karmic debt for whatever the fuck. Or maybe some of us just decided to assist in this grand experiment, right? Nevertheless, I really get the sense that we are tired of being around these fucking peasants, man. These people, they're not us. They never gonna be us. All they ever gonna be is a thorn in your motherfucking side. They're not gonna rise up, level up. They're gonna keep trying to drag you back down and slinging mud. And we don't come from that. We come from royal type stuff. The dishonorable things and disrespect is humiliating, and it's embarrassing. You know, that's how we anointed. That's how we really feel about this stuff. We're ready to leave. We telling God, look, we did our job. Now let us go. We don't belong down here slinging mud with these people. It's so fucking embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
So that we got what you call talk shows that can somehow be the ends to the solution to your problem. So all these people sign up to go on the talk shows actually thinking that they are actually doing something to help situation. Because every time on the talk show, somebody stands up and goes, well, hell, why did you come and announce it out in the public to millions of people? They say, because I wanted to bring it out, because I wanted to get out, because it can help. You see what I'm saying? Knowing damn well these talk shows can't help you do shit. Well, obviously they can't treat your question. They got a panel of damn 10 people on there. Well, let's go to the next person. Let's go to the next person. Okay, we out of time. You see, so now these talk shows, the government now, and let you know it's the end days, they are now making money off of...
Y'all realize how much fucking shit I gotta clean up every day? From these motherfucking clone-ass Negroes making a fool. These clone-ass niggas have made my life difficult. I gotta come everywhere I go. It's like I gotta prove myself all over again, because the mind control is so deep that these people, not that I give a fuck, but I'm just saying, when I come in contact with these people, it's like they look at me like a science experiment, because they're like, well, how come you don't act like the other ones? And I don't have time to be explaining to every goddamn body that most of these people are clones. So when I get around people, sometimes they get quiet. They look at me like I'm a science experiment. It's like, God, when can I go back home and be around my own people? This is fucking bullshit, man. It ain't all love and light, man, when it comes to this anointed stuff, guys. It's not. It's anger and bitterness that comes with it. I don't belong around these fucking peasants. I don't come from that. All the mess I gotta clean up because these clone ass niggas don't know how to act. And so when I walk into the scene, people wondering who, they all in my business. They'll never treat me like normal because of all the fucking mind control that's going on. It's like I say, guys, it's embarrassing.
The pathology and the sickness of America in which the government created itself. And so now they're exploiting people's psychosis. You see what I'm saying? And they're pathologists.
When I was in Cambodia, and it wasn't just a black thing, it's an American. When I was in Cambodia, I was away from all these goddamn mentally ill, dysfunctional motherfuckers in this country. That's why I liked Cambodia so much. That's why I was happy when I was there. I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to deal with no bullshit. Nobody was looking at me like the way they look at me in America. And you realize Americans are a bunch of fucking low IQ motherfuckers. They don't look at black people like that in other countries. That's some low IQ mind control shit. I saw Cambodians the same skin color as me. That was the first place I ever been. People looked at me because they knew I was different, and they knew I was an African too. Long story. It's like they looked at me that I was different, but I was different in a good way. Here, you different in a bad way.
For money. They're making money, so how crazy you are is the money for the damn white man. And that's why all of a sudden you see these talk shows, you see, spring up. And it's skewed out, but I just watch them just to trip. Because you really see the models on how crazy people are in America based on these talk shows. And then it never proves anything, because if you notice, it's the same question. Sooner or later, if this person's a prostitute or this person's a pimp, somebody's going to stand up and the question's going to come out.
This place, America, is so dysfunctional that now dysfunction is function and functional is dysfunctional.
To get the actual crowd going, the first thing they're going to say is, hey, you're doing that, but what about your children? How are they going to grow up around this? And everybody start clapping. Then somebody else will come up with some damn cliche out of the audience. And the audience literally beats up on people, but it's certain things that they do and the people just start going crazy. So these talk shows are actually a reminder of how sick it is. You see, in America. As a matter of fact, one of the guys that is the producer of the Nightline came on one of the late night talk shows, one of the ones that's so supposedly supposed to be better. Yeah, he said, well, the talk shows are used, it said they use grief and pain of the people who do not know any better and think that they're going on TV will help them and help the solution. And they exploit these people for capitalism, meanwhile giving the impression that they are helping.
Obviously, this lecture Bobby doing is coming from the late 90s, possibly early 2000s. I remember the talk show craze, Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake, Montel Williams, Phil Donahue. I remember the niggas, the clone ass niggas dancing when they found out the baby wasn't theirs. It was funny at first, but then after a while, it was like, wait a minute, this is actually, this is actually embarrassing. Like, it wasn't funny anymore, People thinking that all black people act this fucking deranged and dysfunctional. And mental illness does run rampant in the black community, but that shit was on display on those talk shows. Like, oh man, it's embarrassing. I don't even think I can watch another one of those shows again. Maybe I should try and go back and see if I can actually get through one of them shows. It's just so embarrassing and demeaning. This experience that I'm experiencing right now, in my head, I am a divine being, and I'm royal, and I deserve royal things and nice things, and I don't deserve to be down here slinging mud with fucking pigs. I'm gonna come off like that on this video, guys, because that's the energy that I'm picking up from other chosen people. We're sick of being down here with these motherfuckers. I remember when the whole scandemic happened, I told y'all before, it was motherfuckers who was actually happy that was happening. Why? Because you got people down here that just enjoy the suffering. They actually enjoy it because they don't know themselves. They don't love themselves. They actually enjoy feeding off the emotion of other people's negative energy. And if it's coming from a chosen one, even better. So the whole scandemic thing, there were people who were actually happy that everybody was wearing masks complaining. Sounds crazy, don't it, guys? Talking about that movie They Live, I'm gonna leave you guys a link in 9nania, one of my favorite people. When I first started really waking up, by how she's talking about the beauty cloaking technology is actually mentioned in the book of Genesis. I don't believe these people are all human, guys. They can't be. There's no way in hell. But she talks about the cloaking technology, because if y'all remember in the movie They Live, there was these aliens or whatever the hell they was, insectilians. They look like human beings because they cloaked. And believe it or not, some of us are even born from these insectilians. I know that's difficult to think of, guys. But how else can you explain this thing, man? About why people are so depraved and other people not? How else can you explain it? So I'm gonna leave a link of 9nania guys talking about the beauty cloak. This is actually, the movie They Live is actually in the Bible. This shit is real, y'all.
Therapeutically, you see. So they'll do all this stuff, and we know, obviously they can't help therapeutically because they have the same damn shows over and over again every 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? How many shows can you have on cheap? And then you have some people like Ricky Lake and all, they have 5 formats that they do for everybody. And they don't go outside of those 5 formats. So all of this stuff is going crazy. Whereas even though Donahue is not what you would call in line for black people, his show was a little bit better, so therefore he's not popular anymore. And what happened? They have to take
black coffee. I'm telling y'all, try some black coffee with some organic dark brown sugar. Sugar's like wet to the touch. Thank me later.
him and put him late night. He comes on like 4 in the morning now, you see. So these are some things that's also going on. Now, we're just going to go through a hard copy and deal with some things to let you know that the world is going crazy. These blonde wigs and the blonde hair and all this stuff, you see the people that died now and dyeing their hair. People don't know that what happened is that particular thing was started by the white boys in the early 90s and the late 80s. What happened is they got these brand new models, most of these models, and you know the models, you know how it is. They got these black models and they told them, well, in order for you to model and keep in the modeling business, we want to see you with a certain amount of blonde wigs. So, you know, Naomi Campbell and all those started wearing a lot of the blonde wigs to start taking these pictures. So when the black woman started reading these fashion magazines, she was registered in her mind that this is the end thing. And then all of a sudden they started out with the wigs and then they started dyeing the hair. And so the whole blonde hair thing, that now all of a sudden the sisters like Mary J. Blige and all of them think that they really actually think that they look good when they got blonde hair. Oh, this is the shit. They don't understand that the cracker is the one that started it from the get-go, you see. And now also it got so bad with Jada Pinkett and the rest of the crew until now you ain't in not unless you got the blonde hair. Not unless you were conscious, you understand what I'm saying. But what happened is the doggone white boys is the one that started this whole thing with the blonde hair, you see. And this is another part of the doggone, the demise of the planet. Also, you have this new crack cocaine that lasts for like 24 hours. Now, hell, this ain't even ice. This some new stuff. Because, you know, ice been out. No, they got some new thing out. It's like, the crack is like, what's the lowest, $5 crack? No, they got one, $3. Huh? Yeah, well, they got this stuff is like $3, 24-hour high. Because crack is what, a few minutes or whatever? This is like 24-hour high. Now, hell, if they had a crack, and see, people didn't notice, a lot of people got hooked on crack based on the first or the second time they took it, you see. And you know it had to have a one-time or a two-time effect to see how many people was hooked on it. You see what I'm saying? Based on the knowledge that crack is messed up, somebody would have got the picture, but you know, we got to try things, and that's when he was hooking things. So and if they got hooked on it 1 or 2 times off of a few minutes, what you think it's going to do for 24 hours? That means as soon as you take it, you hook. You see? So now they got this stuff hitting the street 24 hours high. You know what I'm saying? Now, most people going to die from that also, 24-hour high. So now, this is the new thing because they understand even with the crack, and the crack did mess us up. But still, yeah, it's not enough to the standards of the government. This Unabomber that they're talking about, you heard about the Unabomber. Now, all of a sudden, now they come up with things that's been going on. They say the Unabomber been doing this since 1978, but all of a sudden, nobody knew about it up until now. The Unabomber is a government invention. That's the key to it. It's a government invention for the whole terrorist act. You see.
Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here. You know, they actually erased the part in this video where he was talking mainly about the clones. I'm gonna see if I can find that later. I didn't really expect to do a video for too long, with this video anyway. And I don't know, I'm not mad about us getting into other subjects, but the title of this video, they actually took the real one off. Excuse me. Dunkin' Donuts got better coffee than Starbucks, by the way. But anyway, I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow, guys. I don't know what part he's gonna get into the cloning, but it's kind of cool just listening to this stuff, and plus just checking in with you guys. And we're gonna pick this up.